Hi everyone, welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. Welcome to the Knitting Turnpike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so happy that you're here today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a project that I've been working on all year long. Every month I get a new clue. I knit it up and I share it with you. I've been showing you again this one since the beginning of January. Now I'm talking about the 2021 Year of International Lace Scarf Project. This pattern is by Elizabeth Ravenwood. All the information on this pattern, how you can obtain it, is in the description box below. If you guys want to pick this up and knit this along with me, I would love to have you do that. There's plenty of time still left in the year to catch up and knit this along with me. This is a charted pattern, but it's a very simple chart. This is a what you see is what you knit kind of a chart. So what that means is that for the wrong side rows, sometimes in charts, you have to look at the legend and do an opposite type of what the stitch is showing. Like if it's blank, sometimes that's a knit stitch, but if you're on the wrong side row, you have to do a purl stitch. This is not that type of chart. This type of chart is if it's blank, you knit it. If it's blank on the wrong side row, you knit it. It's just what you see is what you knit, and it makes it a lot easier, especially if it's like one of the first times you've been using a chart to do your knitting. So this is where I am. Remember, in January, we started with 2 edges. I've got this pinned out on a blocking board because it's easier for me to hold it this way. Plus, you can see the detail, but this is where we are. It's getting really, really big. Okay, so this is this month's clue. So every month we rotate between the 2 sides. We started out in January with in Estonia, and we did the Estonian lace edges. Now they both look the same. See, I've got this one here and I've got this one here, and they look the same. And at the end, remember, we're going to Kitchener stitch these 2 together in the center like this, and I'll show you how I do that at the end. This will be in December, but right now I'll catch you guys up. Again, we're rotating back and forth. In January, we went to Estonia and did Estonian lace with some loops and some beads. Did a little flower garden, a little flower bobble stitch. Created a flower. Then in February, we went to Shetland Islands, and we did some beautiful Shetland fern lace. Then in March, we went to Switzerland, and we did the Swiss fan lace project. Then in April, we went to Spain and did the Spanish Four Sisters medallion lace project. And then in May, we went to Italy and we did some Italian medallion lace. Then in June, we went to Japan and we did some lotus flower lace knitting. And then in July, we went to Austria and we did some Viennese horseshoe lace. And then in August, we went to Mexico and we did a Mexican flame lace stitch. Now this is September. And for September, we are going to the country of France. And we're going to be doing the traveling vine lace stitch. This is what this looks like. I'm going to show you it in a picture close up, but I just want to show you what it looks like next to this Austrian horseshoe lace. This is the Viennese lace right here. You can see it's a traveling vine stitch. I will show you this in a picture, kind of so you can see it more stable, close up. This is a really easy lace pattern. You had like a 12 row repeat 3 times, a couple of transitions rows before and after. All of the stitches for this month are stitches that we've had before. You had a knit stitch, a purl stitch, yarn over, slip, slip, knit. You did have a purl two together through the back loop, and then you had a knit two together on the right side and a purl two together on the wrong side, and then you had a knit one through the back loop, and a make one stitch, which I've shown you guys before. One thing I think I forgot to mention is the transition between each one of these months. Right here, this is all USA. This is USA Star Stitch. So every month we go back to, before we get started, we go to the USA, do the USA Star Stitch. It's the same stitch over and over. It's a really interesting 3-stitch repeat that you're alternating, but you basically knit 3 stitches and then you take that 3rd stitch over the other 2, and it creates a line at the bottom, and then you add a yarn over and creates a little bit of nice looking lace as a transition between each one of these different patterns. The yarn that I'm using for this project is a dye for yarn. I think it's called Diving into the Caribbean. This is a fingering weight yarn, and it's really nice tussa silk, and you need about 600 yards of yarn for this project. Okay, today, now, this is a little bit of a merging. I usually do these clues for the International Lace separately, but this October is going to be a little bit hard to schedule and keep everything together, so I'm merging September and October for the International Lace scarf and for the Japanese lace sampler scarf. So, you guys have been watching the clue for September, which we went to France. We went to France and did the trailing vine lace pattern. Now we're to October. We're on the other side of the scarf. So I'm right above where we went to Mexico, and we went to, hold on a second. It's really getting too long to manage like this. We went to Russia, and this is the next clue. This is the next clue right here. You did a USA transition star stitch, and I've got a reel. Basically, you knit 3 stitches. You take the last stitch or the first stitch over the last 2 to create this interesting lace pattern. And then for this is a Russian pattern. We went to Russia, and there's 3 different lace patterns in this pattern. This month for Russia, we're looking at a Russian Orenburg inspired 3 different lace patterns. One is the mouse print, the other one is the chain hearts, and the other one's the cat's paw. Again, that's the mouse prints, the chain hearts, and the cat's paws patterns. This again is a very simple pattern. These were very easy stitches. There was nothing new on any of the stitches. There was really easy, just knit 2 together, a lot of knitting, easy yarn overs. The most complicated stitch this month was a knit 3 stitches together, and that's done just like a knit 2 together, except you're utilizing 3 stitches at a time instead of 2. And that really is it for this month. So it's kind of good that I am combining them, because there was really nothing that complicated for the Russian. I think this might be the last month on this side. Next month will be November, and then we'll be Kitchener stitching the 2 pieces together. But this is kind of what this side looks like. Let me just show you quickly. This is January side, this is February, that's April, that's Italy, that is Japan, that's Mexico, and now we're to Russia. And this side of the scarf is done. So then we have the, like I said, the other side, and I will show that in November. I think that's all I have to mention about for for this month. And you know, thank you guys for letting me share this with you. I'm enjoying this. Again, if you guys want to buy this, and it's a paid pattern, but you get a lot for this. You get all these different types of stitch patterns. This is how much I've gotten so far from this, for this pattern, from since the beginning of the year. You learn a lot, and a lot of different patterns of lace, and you can still catch up with us. There's still plenty of time, because again, 1 clue a month. It takes me not even a day to knit this clue. So, you know, you can pace yourself throughout the month, do a few rows here and there if you want to make it stretch out the month, or you can do it in a day and then set it aside, pick it up again next month. It's kind of what I do. But hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new here, I like to talk about knitting and crochet and yarn and have some giveaways here and there, but I love to know what you guys are working on. We would love to have you join us and join our family and let us get to know you better. For those of you who are here time and time again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are why I'm here. You make it worthwhile. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, stay safe, stay cool, or stay warm if you're in a cool climate. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.